Right to lift the Bamburi Super Series trophy in 2010.
Well. The next 80 minutes will tell whether they're still favorites, but their opponents today are fighting for their lives. Their destiny is in their hands. It is going to be the Nguvu Sharks, made up exclusively of players from the universities. Proud sponsor Bamburi Cement, and it's do or die for the Sharks today.
Yes, the Sharks have been to 2 semi-finals in the past, haven't lifted a trophy yet. So for them, this is very critical in terms of how they get onto the field, how they take on the Cheetahs. And I think Wilson Kopondo, the captain, definitely will need to lead his team from the front.
Yes, indeed. And, section of the fans, the crowd has been filling in, although not as large a crowd as we've come to expect over the last few weeks. And that is the Nguvu Sharks, a team. Their captain, Wilson Kopondo, has moved from inside centre where he played last week, and he'll use his power and skill in the second row. A back row of Omer, Okwomi and Ekasi will have their hands full today. And the young man, Kabao Muruatetu at number 9, we'll see how he deals with Sinei, who had an impact when he came on last week as an impact player. And it definitely be Bikefa making the runs from fullback, and we'll see how it goes.
That's right, Kopondo back into the forward pack there. Kyoko starting. He played and was outstanding during the Junior World Rugby Trophy. Can he make his contribution to the Sharks? And the SDV Transami Cheetahs, Terer Ndong and Mwema will be at the front row. At the back too, Oimbo and Piet plays his rugby for Nondis. Then the big man, Buyachi Umbuge, Ben Nyambu, he plays for Kenya Sevens, and he will be critical in that back three. Fly half, Neto Simiu, Moses Kola at scrum half, Gisore Ondo Yugi at center, and the back three of Ian Simiu, Mose and Kelvin Omio.
Indeed, the combination of Kola and Simiu has served Cheetahs and Impala very well over the last few years, and they will look to keep that partnership going. And that is the bench from both teams. Christian Josiah has been brought into the bench for the first time in this series. He'll look to lend his weight. Gathumbi, the live wire fullback as well, will be looking to come in the second half. And Cheetahs will Jazz Littlewood and Hirali Itala, one of the most experienced front row combinations in the country at the moment.
Yes, and the ability to bring on Nikoli off the bench, Ndemi, Mugo, Mutune and Kanyi, all quality players. So a lot of depth and quality within the SDV Transami's Cheetahs bench. This definitely promises to be a cracker.
Referee Godwin Karuga, the insurance broker, who's a candidate for his refereeing level 3. This is one of the matches in which he'll be observed, but he's had a good game so far. He'll be assisted by Constant Cap and Jay Masime, who's come all the way from Western Kenya. In your picture, one of the directors of Kenya Rugby Football Union, Branko Nginja, former Kenya Center as well, but perhaps in his lighter days.
Yes, he played his 15s rugby for nondescripts and played representative rugby for Kenya. Sections of the crowd there. It is a thrilling afternoon on this third match day of the Bamburi Rugby Super Series. The tie in Nairobi this afternoon between the SDV Transami Cheetahs in the red strip taking on the Nguvu Sharks in the white.
Referee Karuga just doing his last bits of warm-up. He'll need all the legs he can get today because the pace of this match, I'm sure, promises to be frenetic. Giles Littlewood, the farmer from Ruiru, who's worked hard on his fitness this year to win a place in this Cheetah side, and he'll probably be looking to catch the eye of some of the selectors for the national team in June this year.
So we brace ourselves for the kickoff. Match referee Godwin Karuga.
Nimekusikia.
Checking his sound equipment. It's almost like being a movie star nowadays in modern refereeing. Talking to touch judges, talking to TMOs, etc. But Neto Simiu,
good wait.
Preparing to kick off. There'll be huge pressure on this Sharks team for them to get a positive result, Peter, won't it?
Of course, Paul, it's a must-win for the Sharks. They are challenging the Cheetahs. Like you said, the Cheetahs have won this tournament twice before. They have the experience. Are they able to pull it off?
Will this be the year that the Cheetahs finally make their mark as a returning giant? Or will they be flattering to deceive? Next 80 minutes will tell. Neto Simiu, an excellent player on his day, great organizer, tends to blow hot and cold in matches at times, but so far this year he's been blowing hot all the way. And referee Gordon with a Fantastic Colgate smile. Mito Chola in a very pensive mood there on the Sharks bench. He'll have a lot to think about last week. Perhaps got his tactics wrong by leaving Kopondo at center as opposed to putting him in the forwards. And just waiting for...
Go. All right, guys.
I think we're all ready to go.
Ball.
And the ball has disappeared. Oh dear. Anytime you give forward the ball, it goes somewhere.
Are we ready?
But we're all ready to start. The ball has been found miraculously. It's Neto Simiu.
Time you're on.
And he kicks deep and high. Well taken by the Sharks just outside the 22. Yes, Kabao clears. Oh dear, early mistake from the young man. Oh, he's going to be under a lot of pressure today up against Kenya's most experienced scrummer for the moment, Moses Kola. And I'm sure he'll be looking to impress, perhaps a case of trying too hard at the beginning.
Yes, the Sharks just need to get everything sorted. They can't afford to make mistakes with the quality of position they have in terms of the players in the Cheetah side who will look to slip from the opportunity. Moses Kola at base will be instrumental in the Cheetahs attack.
First line out by the Cheetahs in a good attacking position. Fantastic body positions. The Sharks are struggling to contain this. They're moving slowly but surely towards the try line. This is great control by the Cheetahs forwards. Their tight five has been in very good form working as a unit. And they're now getting to just about 10 meters from the line. It's Nzioka Mwema with the ball at the back, controlling well. Luyachi takes it. Kola marshalling them well. But they've lost their form. Two players came up at the front. What can the backs do? Simiu spreads it wide. And Omio was running. Might have been better advised to keep his eyes open because the ball just whizzed past him.
Yes, a classic case of mistiming there. Omio coming round to create the overlap, just not making contact. You see the feed from Kola. He finds Neto Simiu with a big miss pass out to Nyikul. Looks for Kelvin Omio on the loop, but timing was off on that. So, early mistake by the Cheetahs. They were in a good attacking opportunity. Have not made much of it.
Yes, they've not. Backline practice 101. You must always keep your eyes on the ball. Perhaps Omio guilty of following instructions to the T and being a decoy. Always but one. And messy line out by the Cheetahs. It's advantage to the Sharks at the moment.
It's knocked on.
Strange line out there by the Cheetahs. It will be difficult for them though to motivate themselves for this game, looking that they're right at the top of the table, and the only way they can finish second is by the Sharks winning this game, scoring 4 tries and with a margin of 24 points or more. Big ask.
Yes, big ask, tall order for the Sharks, but with the inspiration they will look towards people like Wilson Kopondo. Can they step up to the mark? Feeling Kabao Mwete to fly up. Fidel Sine was an impact player last week. Can he make a difference in this Sharks lineup?
Well done, the first scrum for the Sharks. Held on well. Oh boy, did he spot a hand in there? I was about to say it was a fantastic channel, but it was assisted by a hand. Well spotted by referee Karuga. Ranked as Kenya's #1 referee at the moment. And hopefully he'll try and get his golf handicap lower to get to his rank. And they've elected to go for post, quite a long way out. Perhaps may just be out of Moses Kola's range.
Yeah, but it's early days. They want to rake the points on the board. Cheetahs, of course, will be cautious to play not a defensive game, but not to reveal too much. They're in a good position in the log. Going into the big matches coming up in the following weeks, they probably just want to consolidate their position and get the fluidity in their play.
Moses Kola struck it well, but pulled it to the left. Didn't even have the legs to get all the way to the post. Sine with a beautiful ranging kick. Mose, the incumbent fullback for Kenya at the moment, spots the space behind and does well. Kopondo cleans up, bundled into touch, and it will be an attacking lineup for the Cheetahs. Very nervous start from the Sharks as well. They've not managed to get out of their half so far, but again that just shows the experience of this Cheetahs team. They know exactly how to play the match at the moment. They're keeping Sharks pinned in their half.
Yes, pinned in their half, keep the ball away from them. Once they don't have the ball, they'll not be able to do much. Frustrate them in every department they can. It's a great line out. Martin Pete high up in the air. Moses Kola marshalling the back three. They get the drive moving.
Secondary drive there by the Sharks worked well. Can they keep their structure and form and drive this all the way to the line? It's splintered. Truck and trailer.
Truck and trailer.
Good call by referee Karuga. Again, you can see the tactics that the Cheetahs are employing. They know they have the heavier pack. They know they have the more experienced forwards. And they're looking to keep it tight, but they're just lacking in patience to be able to exert any meaningful pressure at the moment on this very young, energetic Sharks team.
So Fidel Sine will look to inspire. Can he bring something out of the Sharks? It's a line out on the half.
First opportunity for the Sharks to get an attack in. Beautiful, well taken line out. They created space very well. Karani, bit of a fumble by Kopondo, but he drags two with him. And this is how the Sharks are going to look to play this game at a high tempo. Oh, good damage by Sine. Nyandigisi. Baraza, will he make it all the way? Oh, good tackle by Peter Kefa, was almost through. And again, that final pass that cost them so dearly last week has let them down yet again. Felix Ayange. Almost. Kefa caught through very well. Great tackle by Yensimi.
Great tackle. Credit to that Cheetahs defense. They were torn. There was an extra man on the outside, and just keeping their cool and forcing the player to cut back inside. Good defending by the Cheetahs.
Well, the Sharks have made the intention clear that they're going to spread this game today. And they made a scintillating run there through Peter Kefa, the fullback. It will be a match of contrasting tactics, definitely, with the Cheetahs looking to keep it tight and control the game in the forwards. The Sharks, on the other hand, will be looking to spread this game and play it at as high a tempo as possible and keep these very heavy Cheetahs forwards moving all over the field. It is a line out for the Sharks. The last one was fantastic. What can they do from here? Again, they've reduced it, fewer numbers. Very wise decision when you're the lighter pack. Well done by Odipo. He had to reach a long way for that. A bit pedestrian there by Ekasi. Kabao clears. Sine. Nyandigisi. Brought in to play at center, former St. Mary's captain. Sine with an ambitious drop kick. May have been better advised to keep the ball in hand, because they did look to be putting the Cheetahs defense under pressure.
Yes, they did. Better play by the Sharks. Their set piece so far is good. They're winning their lineups, which is a very positive start. Odipo doing well high up. They're opting for the short line out, like you talked about, Paul. They're lighter in the forwards, so they've got probably an advantage in their mobility and having players out, and that's a tactic they will look towards employing throughout this match.
And they are giving away height as well in the line out, so it will serve them well to cut the numbers and look to create different options. Neto Simiu kicks, well, strange kick there by him. Ekasi with a dummy, ducks under one tackle. Kabao clears. Sine, Baraza, Ayange steps in.
Better play by the Sharks. Muratetu finds Sine with an intelligent chip, and he recovers it. They look dangerous and just unable to control it in the air there. Fidel Sine, enterprising young fly half, has justified his starting position in this Sharks lineup. My. And that is a good start. Will be very morale boosting for the fly half. Recovered his own kick and just could not connect with Kopondo, who possibly could have been looking at a charge for the try line there, Paul.
For the ball, guys.
May have had a clear run, possibly. And seemed to be a hold in play. Referee taking his time with this scrum down. You can see the sweat on
Second, please.
Frank Dong's head. Temperatures in the high 20s. It was pouring with rain here last week. And this week were almost perfect weather conditions for rugby. Kola looks straight into the blind. Simiu spots a gap, steps in and out. Does well, fend off. And again, Kevin Omuya should have held his line on the outside. He was coming in close to assist with a breakdown. May have been better off just holding out for a few seconds and see what option there was.
Yes, you can see Simiu there. He's got the man on the outside. He looks up. He can take him on. Strong on the handoff. Just unable to connect on the pass with Omeo there. And I think that's the second ball. If Omio had his hands on, could have been looking at a possible score for the Cheetahs.
Never start for Mio in this first 10 minutes. Dropped one ball, and they're just guilty of taking his eye off it. And constant cap. Again, the third judges nowadays need to be multi-skilled in case there's electronic work that needs to be done. Well. No. So Constant Cap is an employee of Strathmore University. And, so we'll be looking to see what's going on. The crowds here enjoying the rugby. It has been of a high standard, Peter, week in, week out. Perhaps many feel that with players knowing that they're going to be watched live on television, it has raised the standard of rugby, hasn't it?
Of course, it's done very well. This is an East African tournament, so it is regional. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, all having franchise sides. Right now, we have the Sharks going forward. They managed to consolidate it. Can they get the ball out? Kabau Muratetu opts for the blind side. Sports a gap there, well tackled. Muratetu.
Well done by Joel Omer.
Advantage over.
Recalled advantage over. Kabau clears by too slow. Sinei with the dummy and the wraparound. Kefa again. Ayange stops in. Great tackle. Ayange still going strong. Ayange. Can the Sharks score from here? Sinei steps in and he loses the ball. But referee was playing advantage for offside. That was always going to be hard for the Cheetahs to get back and stay onside with the ball being recycled that quickly. But the Sharks have started the much brighter of the two teams, and that is how they need to play this game.
And there we have the break. Ayange on the outside, he's got the pace, finds the pass, just unable to beat that Cheetahs defense. Well tackled by Moses Koda, looking enterprising. Ayange, Peter Kefa are leading well in the back for the Cheetahs, for the Sharks.
Bobby Oyugi on this left wing so far has been exposed for his defensive frailties. He's not been able to put a tackle on Ayange on the two occasions that he's run at him. And be sure that the Sharks are going to look to exploit that to maximum advantage. But it's now Fidel Sinei, the Mo University student, to attempt for the 3 points.
Sinei strikes it well, just off the upright. Unlucky for Sinei, but he is definitely proving to be a find in this Shark side. Didn't start off last week, has started off this, has made the cut, and you can see him strike it, just curving and knocking the upright. So they will remain scoreless. It is going to be a dropout for the Cheetahs.
Over 10 minutes played in this first half. Still Nguvu Sharks nil and SDV Transami Cheetahs nil. Neto Simu kicks long and deep. Ayange, who has had a lively start to the game. Strange looking kick by Ayange. Could be in trouble. Omio looks for space in the 22, nobody home. Omio chases well and makes the tackle.
Is the penalty offside? You guys want a penalty here or scrum there?
Yes, it was offside by the Sharks players because that kick by Ayange was woeful to say the least. And the Cheetahs have opted for scrummed out. A very good attacking position with about 50 meters to play with on the blind.
Send you around, White.
Should be interesting.
Yes, woeful kick by Ayange, just didn't get contact with his boot right, skewed it off to the right, and they are now under pressure. Terer, Ndong and Mwema will definitely look towards a very solid scrum in the front here and driving it all the way into the try line. They have the ability, they have the weight.
Picks on the open side, Buyachi, defends off one, steps through two tackles, has taken four, almost 5 defenders with him. Kola clears quickly. And Zimiu! Delightful line of running from here Namco Zimiu, like a knife through butter, Peter.
Yes, the timing was perfect on that. They had the depth, they had the space. Nikuli combining well with Zimiu, who would have told that he was thundering in on the pass there. They recycled it well. Kola Kola finds Nikuli, splits the defense. Yeah, the Sharks defense split up open there, Paul.
Made it look so easy, but that's the talent of Ian Namco Simiu. Delightful line of running. And that change of angle and the swerve round the defender. No catching this young man. An actuarial scientist by profession. And one of Kenya's most talented players. Moses Kola adds the 2 points. And it is SDV Transami Cheetahs 7. Nguvu Sharks 0. This is the try again. Well taken by Nikuli. That is an example to any young player for backline play. Hit the ball at pace, running straight, and it makes it very difficult for defenders to deal with it.
Delightful try for Simiu. He will love that. The SDV Transami Cheetahs captain splits the Sharks defense enough. His angle of running was superior, and he is big and powerful. To stop a man coming at that pace would be hard. So,
can the Sharks recover from this in a game that they must win? Uyachi guilty of watching the ball with Kola. Bobby Oyugi takes well. May have been better off just coming infield to create a better angle for the kicker and where his support was. Maybe a player not short on confidence, Bobby Oyugi. One of the top try scorers in the Kenya Cup last year. And he's on the wing today. Poor line up by the Sharks. Kola cleans up well. Steps out of the tackle. Good clean up by Ben Nyambu. Uyachi. Simiu. Nikuli. Omio finally gets his hands on the ball. Does well. Again, the Sharks did well to get back. Terer. May have lost it. Almost looked like he was going to lose it forward. Simiu taking the ball with a pirouette. No pace at all on the ball. Frank Dong driven back by very strong Sharks defense. Nothing on. Yeah, there was nothing on. No pace on the attack. But Neto again. The kick really that didn't put too much pressure. Rio cleans up well. Almost looks forward. Referee is happy. Oh, good step by Simiu. Oh! Steps off again. Can he go all the way? Still going, Simiu. Oh no! Vincent Mose just took his eye off it. Perhaps he had already started celebrating the try. Yes, he knows he should have caught that. And here Namco Simiu is on fire.
Yes, Namco Simiu having a glorious afternoon here. He's stepping, he's slicing the defense, getting the ball at pace, doing all the hard work, and just unable to connect with Mose at the end there. The Sharks will need to be careful in their midfield. They need to seal it, because right now the Cheetahs are finding holes and probing wherever they can. You're seeing their confidence. They're running the ball from their 22, not bothered too much about territory. So Mike Wanjala, Nicodemus Barras and Nyandi Gisi need to cap the Cheetahs attack.
The power and weight of Nzioka Mwema, a tight head, coming to the fore there. Just almost leaned into the Sharks front row. I don't think Kyoko and company in the Sharks front row are looking forward to this scrum down again.
No, they're not, but they must maintain their footing, their hold on the scrum and shove it straight. Good scrum.
Good scrum. Buyachi. Almost touched through one. Ooh, look before. That looked very painful. Doesn't look to be in a good way, Buyachi.
Just managing to get it on his arms on it, Sinai, but the Sharks under untold pressure on their scrum. The contact point, they take it quickly. They manage to recover. Muratetu puts the kick forward.
No advantage.
But the referee will bring it back.
And Kabao there in the Sharks. Buyachi is looking very uncomfortable. Fell very... This was the tackle. Picked up well. Went through Omer, and with one player holding on, Ange came in out, and there it is, the left knee. Ooh, that looked, and you can see him grimacing in pain.
That is painful. He's gone down rather hard on that knee. Again, Buyachi.
Yeah.
Looks to be shaking it though.
Ooh, if he can get up from that and play on, I guess that's the advantage of youth, Peter.
Yes, but he will struggle. He didn't seem to be going down well, Jan. medic doesn't like him. He went down hard, Paul. I suspect he's twisted or torn something within that knee.
The ankle. It's probably more the ankle, maybe even both. He looks in great discomfort. Actually, a hard man to see him so animated in terms of showing the discomfort. But this was the try by Ian Simiu. Nikuli took it well, beautifully weighted pass. And that is world-class center play.
Yes, and you can see the Sharks defense was guilty. They stepped in, didn't stay with their man on the outside. The Cheetahs with 2 men on the outside. Had Simi wanted to make the pass, he still had his support on the outside. So it's great play by the Cheetahs.
So Buyachi, one of the exciting players that the selectors in Kenya have been looking at. Kenya 15s are looking to use this provincial tournament as a selection panel for the upcoming internationals between Zimbabwe, Uganda and Kenya in the triangular.
And Malik Ndemi will come on to relieve Buyanchi.
Malik Ndemi, the Impala open side. They may be a reshuffling of the positions in the back row. Probably Ben Nyambu may look to go in at number 8. Or possibly Polo Imbo has come out of second row and gone to number 8. Malik Ndemi will pack with the Dutchman Martin Piet.
Crouch.
So it's a defensive scrum down for the Sharks.
Pause, engage.
Can they keep it clean and get themselves out of the pressure they are in?
But again,
Muratetu getting caught up at the back. Good defense. Ben Nyambu was up quick on him.
Mark, stay on side.
Forced the pressure, but
Red,
they
stay.
managed to consolidate it.
Stay.
Odipo finds Sine. Sine on the charge down. Ben Nyambu.
Easy as you like.
Be in for one of the easier tries of the tournament. It was great awareness. The feed from the scrum was slow, and they have punished the Sharks. The SDV Transami Cheetahs with a score. Ben Nyambu, the try scorer. The Kenya Sevens international, was up on the mark pretty quickly. Sine wound that kick, not having enough time, and Ben Nyambu, oh, he will be happy with that try.
And I think those are the dangers of having a second row as a scrum of deputy. Odipo with a pass that took years to come down. And by the time Sine got his foot to that ball, Ben Nyambu was on him in a flash. And he enjoyed that try. But at the moment, with almost 20 minutes gone in this game, looking very dire for the Sharks at the moment.
Yeah, the SDV Transami Cheetahs firmly in charge. Their tactics are playing well. They're forcing the possession and the territory, not letting the Sharks get their hands on the ball, and the Sharks then getting desperate and making the mistakes. Moses Kola, unsuccessful conversion attempt. He is not having a good afternoon on the park.
No, he's not striking the ball well at all. And that is the charge down again by Ben Nyambu. Kenya Sevens International will be looking to make the team to London and Scotland later this month. Very powerful player. Qualified biotechnician, did his degree in Otago University in New Zealand. That kick goes too long, and it's all going wrong for the Sharks at the moment.
Yes, the Sharks just need to settle down a little more and do the basics right. They're not even playing according to their strengths. They're very quick on the outside. They just need a solid enough platform to be able to get the ball out to the wings, because we've seen the danger in Ayange, in Kefa, in Nyandigisi, and that's what they need to look towards doing.
The section of the Sharks support, they're looking very pensive.
Stay cut. Out the straight, okay.
Will Oyimbo pick up?
Touch. Pause, engage.
And exploit space on either side.
Scrummy white, stay.
Picks up and plays Kola quickly. To Mose. Intelligent grabber by Mose. That's a tidy play by the Cheetahs team. Vincent Mose, formerly of Nakuru, who's now playing his rugby with Impala in the capital city, Nairobi. Was one of the most exciting players last year. He's not been in as good form this year, but I'm sure he'll still be able to pick up as the season progresses. That's a knock-on by the Sharks in the line-out. I thought that should go in 15.
Yes, the Cheetahs, tremendous pressure. You see Machuki with the throw. Omer just unable to get his hands on it. It was good contesting by the Cheetahs on the line out, and they forced the error. So the Sharks line out is vulnerable. They started off well, but seem to have been put under all sorts of pressure here. Moses Kola with the feet. It's good control at the back by Ndemi. Finds Simiyu Nyikuli. Well tackled by the midfield. He'll play it out quickly. They've got men on the outside. Polo Imbo sets up a ruck. Kola just taking his time. Finds Simiyu, plays it to Ndong. You can see that attack. They're taking the ball in 2 men at any one time and hitting the contact point. Nyikuli. Simiyu unable to hold on to it. It goes backwards, so referee will say play on.
Kola clears. Good driving play by Polo Imbo, who's thriving now at number 8. Simiyu took the ball, almost walking. Mose! Omeo! Call from the touch judge. Oh, that would have been a sublime try by Kelvin Omeo. But he was offside ahead of the kicker.
Penalty here or scrum there?
It was a well-spotted call, but the Cheetahs right now just classing, showing their class. They're doing things almost at will here, kicking the ball cheekily. Sharks defenders are just not able to cover this Cheetahs backline right now, Paul. There's a bit of a mismatch in terms of abilities, as it seems, on the field right now.
Definitely is. It's all even on the penalty count for both sides. Mike Ong, the Cheetahs captain who fell ill 2 days ago, was in the starting lineup and had to withdraw from the team today. Baraza is through! He's got one to beat, he's got men on the left, can you see them? Ayange, Nyandikisi, into the support, almost offside. The Sharks finding some life finally. But again, they're tied up. They don't want to get into a wrestling match with this Cheetahs team. They need to be recycling the ball much quicker than that. And the Sharks fans loved it. And again, great break there by Michael Wanjala. Through one, fend off a big man. Look for, if this pass had gone to hand, may have been a different result at the end. May have been guilty of just going a few meters too far with the ball. If he had passed just a bit earlier with 3 players in support, may have been 5 or 7 pointer for the Sharks. But it's a Cheetah scrum deep inside the 22-meter line.
Say scrum, you don't touch them.
Solid scrum by the Cheetahs. Kola with a box kick. Forces the Sharks defense to turn back. Kefa gets his hands on it. Good control by the fullback who hoists it back.
Good kick by Kefa right into the corner. Umbuge. Oh dear. Almost looked like he was throwing oranges. Oh, Simiyu with a lovely reverse pass. Mose with a good step. Still Mose. Now goes Simiyu with a step. Can he make it 2 tries? Fend off. Simiyu. Offload Nyikuli. Oh, lovely try.
Brilliant play by the SDV Transami Cheetahs. And that's what support play is all about. Whenever there was a tackle, there was a man in support. Brian Nyikuli, the try scorer. Great play by the red shirts. And there you have the break. Mose had lots of work to do, beating 2 men. Links up well with Namco Simiyu. Rounds round 1, he's strong enough, almost getting to the line, goes down, has the awareness, finds Nyikuli and in for the try. Good play by the Cheetahs.
And it is that danger of innocent Simiyu. The running, the step, the balance, but the support by Nyikuli with the presence of mind to come in directly from behind him. And again, Ian Simiyu has been in scintillating form this year. He's red hot. Augurs well for Kenya 7s and the Kenya 15s who have been playing at the best. Kola adds the 2 points, and it's looking very ominous for the Nguvu Sharks at the moment.
Yes, we had the earlier try there. Mose beating one, stepped on the gas. He knew he had the support, slowing down. Good timed pass to Simiyu. Almost did it himself. Tackled short of the try line. Brian Nyikuli is in for the try, and that is going to boost the SDV Transami Cheetahs in their campaign.
And Seth Machuki, the Nguvu Sharks hooker, perhaps hoped he had a fishing pole as he was trying to catch Mose. But it's Sinai who kicks off for the 3rd time.
Hard tackle coming in by the Sharks. They know that the Cheetahs could be running away with this one early on in the game. They need to get a foot back into the contest. Frank Dong, well supported. They managed to consolidate it at the back. Finds Simiu. Neto Simiu, younger brother to Ian Simiu, the try scorer.
Ayange takes well. Kefa, can he spark something? Well, not with kicks like that, definitely not. Nikuli fends off one.
Should I play advantage?
Through Machuki.
Should I play advantage?
The advantage being played by the referee. Neto, that skewed off the side of his boot. Okwomi takes well. Steps round Oimbo. And steps round Simiu almost. Dragged him by the sleeves. Kabao. And what was Kabao trying there? They had the momentum. Where was that kick going? There's a flag by the touch judge. Let's see what Constant Cap has to say.
Yes, I was asking you if there was advantage. Just tell me, yes, you had a flag?
Yeah.
Tell me it's advantage that you can play on.
No,
Okay, okay.
White player had the ball.
Okay.
Red 14 came.
Yeah.
Shoulder charged him after he kicked the ball.
Okay.
No intention to tackle.
Okay.
Penalty.
All right. Show me the mark. 14.
14 on my mark.
Okay. 14 red.
For a second there, it looked like Godin was reaching for his pocket.
It's touch judge call. Okay. When you're tackling a man, you're going to put your arms round. For now, it's just a penalty. We just keep it to the tackle now. Okay. Okay. It's fine.
Is that Ian Simiu from hero to villain? And it's, I think, given referee just asking him as the captain to keep the discipline. Guilty of not using his hands in the tackle. It's not a too serious offense.
I doubt it was intentional, probably almost committing himself and just unable to avoid contact. So he is an exemplary player, Ian Namko Simiu. Has done his duty for his country, both at 15s and at 7s level. And there we have him. He was committed to the charge down and marginal call, Paul. I mean, it is a contact sport.
I don't know, Peter. 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, it looked like to me. Probably, well, Sine with a very ambitious attempt at goal, although the Sharks do need points on the board and they need points on the board soon. Looks like it's just out of his range. Can he get it from here to lift his Sharks team? Will it have the legs? No.
It had the accuracy, just not enough strength on it. Fidel Sine, a new find for this Sharks team, like we noted earlier. Came off the bench last week, but Micho Chola possibly saw the value in having him start off and named him to don the number 10 jersey. Had not such a bad game up to this point. Can he pull off the magic we saw him come on with? Neto Simiu with the restart.
Kicks it high and deep. Sine, oh dear. Oh no. It's not going right for the Sharks in this first half. There's a lot of pressure on them to get a result and win this game. And Sine watched the ball, didn't take it. Catching a high ball, lesson 101, never let a rugby ball bounce. You don't know where it's going to go.
Guys, you got to time your take much better. Just time the take, guys.
There we have Buyachi in your picture. He will not
Crouch,
be happy with his
touch,
injury.
pause,
Hope
engage.
he can
Thank you.
recover in time to be part of the Transami Cheetahs campaign in the Super Series. Kola finds Mose. Mose runs on the outside, but Oyugi just unable to beat the defense. Wasn't much of possibly objective or constructive play by the Cheetahs there. They had men, but just seemed to lack ideas there. And Bobby Oyugi fairly easily tackled by the Sharks defense there. So they have forced the line out. Remember, this is not far from their 22, so they will look to clear their lines. Machuki is tackled by his opposite man, Frank Dong.
Again, the Sharks there are guilty of not creating any space in the line out. They're not forcing the Cheetahs to think about contesting. It's just one man going up at the front. Very easy for the Cheetahs at the moment. Sine does well to get out of a tricky situation and trips his way into an even stickier situation.
He's not having a good game, Sine. Nothing seems to be going his way. He had time, he had beaten one man, could have gotten the kick away. And I think It's just possibly a lack of experience. This is the big stage, and at this level you cannot afford to get yourself in instances like that.
Sinai did well, and perhaps at that point thought about, let me have a go at making a run, and his feet let him down, and they face the possibility of being punished even further by Kola adding 3 more points. Cheetahs at the moment coming into the last 10 minutes of this first half are cruising.
Yes, they are. The class players, Ian Namco Simiu standing out in the back. Nato Simiu is setting them off well, getting them out into the open space, and when you have the danger with the likes of Simiu, Mose, you're bound to see results. And against this Sharks defense, it's really not offering anything right now in terms of a resistance. They are having a field day.
Kola, and again he struck that horribly. It's coming off the inside of his boot. Sharks looking to run. Oh, good pressure at the breakdown by the Cheetahs. Still the Cheetahs there. Sinai struck that very well. Very good kick by Fidel Sinai. He needed to relieve the pressure. He did that well, taking play right up to their 10-meter line. But it's still, the Sharks have no points on the board. They must win this game if they are to have any chance at all of advancing to the semi-final stage of the provincial tournament.
Yes, it'll take a lot of digging deep. Do they have the character to come back? They need to end this half with a score on the board to be able to have the game within reach in the second half. Right now the Cheetahs are not showing any signs of relenting on their attack. Nato Simiu finds Kelvin Omio on the cutback in pass. It comes out quickly. It's controlled. Frank Nong takes it straight up. A big charge by the hooker. Brian Nikul. Ben Nyambu is close in support. The Sharks defense has got to roll away. Yes, they do. Nato Simiu with a long pass.
Almost looked like obstruction, but it's Mose. Nikuli, hands off one. Takes 2 with him. And the Sharks are finding space all over the field. But that is almost at speed 1. Bandong does well, uses his strength and power. Kola, for all his experience, and he knows, with a rueful smile on his face, just took his eye off it.
They've always got to get in trouble. They took that almost walking and just not having the urgency, even on the drive. It wasn't clear enough for Kola. He struggled to pick it up. Unlucky for the scrum half. So they've given away easy possession, possibly in a position where they could have attacked and gone for a goal. But someone's on the ground. It appears to be a Sharks player. We'll see, get the number soon enough. And probably looks like a blood injury. Okay, well,
is he going to continue?
Breathing though.
Is he getting off?
And it was the injury. And it was Ben Nyambu. Well, Ben Nyambu does not take any prisoners in a rugby match. And Anthony Nyandigisi, St. Mary's captain last year. It's a big jump from schoolboy rugby to provincial rugby.
Guys.
But he did represent Kenya in the under-19 Junior World Cup trophy. And he's coping well so far. But marking someone like Simiu in the form he's in is very difficult for the young man. And it's the Cheetahs' power coming through, but Cabao does well. Was that a knock-on? No, ricocheted off a Cheetahs defender. Cheetahs clean up well. Kola slows it down, waiting for his backline to be reorganized. Umbuge trying to do 6 things at the same time.
It was pedestrian from the Cheetahs. They are guilty once again, not attacking at pace, but the penalty has come good for them. Nikuli takes it quickly. The Sharks will need to be careful.
Give me 10.
Not 10 meters.
10, please.
They are not 10. And
10 meters, please.
they need to keep their discipline and form, Paul, in this match, because with a side as experienced as the Cheetahs, they will punish the Sharks at every instant. Right now, they opt to go for goal, to stretch and just consolidate this first half lead they have outclassed the Sharks in almost every department, have run tries in at will, and they are looking good.
Well, perhaps Kola may be looking to raise his kicking class to the level of play that the Cheetahs are playing at the moment. Because at the moment, He's only been successful with 2 from 5 attempts at goal. And some of them have not been that difficult for a player of his caliber. Struck that much better than the rest. And there you go. The Cheetahs get into the 20s. Mrs. Katie Ong there liked it as well. And it's the Cheetahs, 22 points. Sharks, still no points on the board. We're in the last 6 minutes of the first half. It's looking very dire indeed for this Sharks team.
Yes, it is. Fidel Sine with the restart. It's well fielded by Nato Simiyu, who returns the compliment, puts it right back, high up in the air, attacks his kick, unable to hold it, and they have the advantage. Sharks will rue yet again this opportunity at an attack. They had the time. Nato Simiyu put it high up, and the Sharks just unable to control it. And it's experience, Paul. It is telling.
Yeah. But it's all going right at the moment for the Cheetahs. It wasn't a particularly good kick by Nato. He chased it well, got under it, and then the Sharks just not able to deal with it.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
It's Yoka Mwema and company. Very good drive. Oimbo looks to fend off one. Benyambu did well. Good combination between the back row, but the Sharks have they counteract effectively? Yes, they have. They've turned that over. Well done by the Sharks. Can they finish this first half with a flourish? Nyandigisi wound up that pass too much. No, he put the ball to boot.
No advantage.
Mike Wanjala, but it was a penalty to the Sharks. What can they do from here? Benyambu using
Is the mark.
all means to put his boots back on. Former player at St. Mary's School, Nairobi Ben.
You can get back.
Cheetahs guilty of offside there. They weren't behind the back foot, so the Sharks will have a chance to kick themselves within an attacking position. Sine, can he find touch? Oh, he went for the big kick and lost on the accuracy. So Mose will return it. Back to the half. Great kick by the fullback, Vincent Mose.
Sasha Mutai, former director of Kenya Sevens. Some of the sponsors, fans as well, have come to cheer their teams. Can the Sharks be a bit more creative in the line out at the moment? They've reduced the numbers. Yes, that was working well for them early on in the first half. And again, Odipo leans over and just taps it. Very good handling skills by Odipo. Seth Machuki didn't find his target too well. Sinai. Nyandigisi with that serve. Still going Nyandigisi. Baroza does well offload. Can the Sharks get some points in late in this half? Referee playing advantage. Karani. That's Kyoko almost on the line. The ball is still there for the Sharks if they can take it. Karani arrives. Tries well.
Well supported by Omer there. They still have the ball. If they can get it out, they have the numbers.
Playing advantage.
That is not the right option at the moment. Are they there? Not yet. Almost there. Still reorganizing the attack. Kopondo! Try. Wilson Kopondo. The Nguvu Sharks captain gets a very crucial try. And he did well. And with that, he's got some makeup as well to go with it down his eye.
But great play by the Sharks there. Good continuity. They put the pressure on the base of the scrum. It was picked by Kopondo. He saw the gap. Moses Kola was never going to stop Kopondo's mass, and he barges over for the try. It was desperate defending. They had men on both sides, men on the outside as well, but they opted for the short option, and it has paid off. Sharks on the score sheet for the first time in this match, Paul.
Well, they needed to score that try. Sine is asking for the kicking tee, I think. Wonder who he's asking. And finally he has to run for it. But the Sharks needed that try badly. It's still a long way to climb back into this game for the Sharks. But at least that try on the stroke of half-time does make their cause that bit easier.
It is indeed not just a morale-boosting try, but for them, they needed to get a score on the board. More importantly, a try to get their belief going that they can do it. Remember, they must win this game to stay within contention for the main cup trophy, and they have pulled one back. As we draw to the end of the first half, Fidel Sine will attempt to convert the try. Not much of an angle for him. Strikes it, but just no accuracy on it. It drifts wide, so halftime scores. The Cheetahs go into the dressing room with a 22-point lead, and you can see the earlier try by Kopondo there. Moses Kola was never going to catch him. They get the point on the board, Paul.
Wilson Kopondo, the engineering student from the University of Nairobi, got that crucial try at the end of that first half. But it's still all to play for the Sharks. They must claw their way back into this game if they are to have any time at all of winning this game. We will be back for the second half in this enthralling fixture between the Cheetahs and the Sharks.
Get your drink, get your feed. If not, sit tight and enjoy. Bamburi Rugby Super Series 2010. Bamburi. 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 In Kampala, for those of you who didn't know, there was an international game between Kenya women's and Uganda women's. So the game has ended in a 10-all draw. Kenya 10, Uganda 10. This game will be returned like 2 weeks from now. So let's go big hand to our women. 10-10 the score there for Bamburi. And in Arusha, I've just received a 4 SMS on my Samsung 5720. The Lions 5, Tigers nil halftime. And just to let you know, this has been a great sports week. Yesterday, the Bulls, Vertical Bulls, 14, Crusaders 35. This morning, the Waratahs, the Chiefs 46-0, and the Brumbies with another victory. And for those of you who are soccer fans on Wednesday, Tottenham Hotspur 1, Man City 0.
And welcome back to the Kenya Rugby Football Union grounds here in Nairobi on Gong Road. It is the second half of the Nguvu Sharks versus Cheetahs, a provincial Bamburi Super Series match.
All right, are we ready?
Referee Godwin Karuga about to get matters going, but it's all been Cheetahs in the first half. Can the Sharks change this in a game that they must win if they're to have any chance of advancing in this tournament?
Yes, it's a good restart by the Sharks. They managed to turn the ball back. Decisive run by Baraza. He was very, very key in that first half offensive by the Sharks. Sine. Oh, thumping tackle on Nyandigisi. Was that a tackle? Well, it didn't appear to be hand contact, but it's played on. Sine in a gap. Tackle by Nyambu. Almost isolated. They managed to recover. Boratetu finds Odipo, the big strong number 4. Sizes up his opponent, drags in 3 men. Better start by the Sharks. Kabao Boratetu. They find Joel Omer, beats 1-2 men. They've got men on the outside. Boratetu finds Sine with a cutback in to Kopondo. The race start by Kopondo. Kopondo driving forward. Can they make something of this position? Better play by the Sharks.
Ekasi taking play up to almost 5 meters. Kabao with a slow ball. They would have liked it a bit quicker. Sine. Oh, through their hands. Nyandigisi. Almost looked like they were dancing with Ben Nyambu at some point. The referee was playing advantage.
You can see them, they're not even watching the game, they're watching you.
Offside at the run. Well done by the Sharks. They played quickly. Kafa!
Super squad!
Met by Namko Simiu. Okomi clears the knock back. Dinei! Looked like obstruction. Referee says that's okay. Again, the Cheetahs guilty of going off their feet. Michael Long enjoyed that. Mr. Long, teachers at Canton College, and that was Sine looking to make some inroads close to the breakdown. But again, he was going in upright, and he's lucky he even got the ball back. Cheetahs putting a lot of pressure at the breakdown. But the Sharks.
Okay. Okay. Let's have points, eh?
Just
14 red.
Judge.
14 red.
Oh dear. Interesting. Referee was calling Ian Simiu, but Sine has added the 3 points. And again, Simiu being warned, he needs to be careful, the Cheetahs captain, that he doesn't get on the wrong side of the referee, because that's the second time in this game that he's been singled out by the third judge.
It is, however, a much better start by the Sharks. Very positive play. They played it quickly, playing to their strengths, getting the ball out to the flanks quickly, and they are difficult to stop. So they've started well. They've got an additional points onto the board. They will look to inspire something in the second half, and the Cheetahs still have work to do.
Well, it's just what the doctor ordered for the Sharks in this second half. Neto Simiu, oh dear, kicks it too long. And perhaps Cheetahs may be a bit guilty of being slightly complacent, looking at the comfortable lead they have. That is Mr. Roost and his son Edward. He's a great supporter of rugby. The young man, a student at Canton College, Nairobi, looking to make the under-19 for his side in this year's rugby season.
Here's the mark, guys.
But it is a scrum.
Sharks bang on the half.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Got various options here. They can go either side. Sinei standing flat behind the scrum. They play it quickly. Sinei finds Kefa. He is difficult to bring down, but eventually tackled. It was a challenge. Ben Nyambu just guilty there, using his hands in the rack. He challenged it hard, possibly over-eager and excited, and giving away the penalty.
And the penalty count mounting in this first few minutes of the second half. Cheetahs, a beautiful kick by Sinei from a very tight angle. They're 10 meters away from the Cheetahs line. Some of the Cheetahs fans are looking very comfortable as they perhaps are confident that their team will eventually win this game, but if Seth Machuki and his teammates have anything to do with it, it may be a bit different.
Sorry, wait.
Well, again, there's no creation by the Sharks. Much better, they move shift the point of the throw well. The ball's at the back. Ekasi controlling well. Have they managed to skew that? They've got good body angles. Odipo coming back. Okomi looks suspiciously offside. And again, the lack of control in there. They just needed a bit of composure there. Everyone wanted to get his hands on the ball. The communication must be key in a mall, especially in the forwards.
Yes, credit to the Cheetahs scrum there. Not letting up. They were very instrumental on the drive, not letting the Sharks drive even a meter forward. So credit to Ndong, Terrell, Mwema. They've done well and stemmed that Sharks attack, forcing the error,
Crouch.
forcing the
Touch.
scrum.
Pause. Engage.
Okola. Take his time, puts it high up in the air. Sinei on target with his mark. Plays it out wide to Kefa.
He's learned, I think, from the first half not to let the ball bounce at all. Baraza steps in well. Steps out of 2 tackles. Offload to a man. Scragger Martin Bates. The industrious Nondi second row. Wanjala, Kyoko, ball watching. Took his eye off the ball as he saw the defenders coming up to him. Eric Kyoko has been in good try scoring form, but it's kind of disappeared in the loose in this match.
Yes, but better play by the Sharks, getting it out. Kyoko just unable to control it. A renewed sense of vigor and urgency in this Sharks attack. They know that they've got lots of work to do, and they've definitely come out to play ball in the second half.
Some of the future rugby players in Kenya come out to get a dose of some very good quality rugby that we've witnessed, not just today but over the last 3 weeks. Kola put it high again. Referee playing advantage. That cheeky chip by Neto. Oh, he regains his own kick. Well done by Neto. Offloads to Benyabu. Again, looked to force the pass in the tackle. They need to scramble back and reorganize. Collar tackles well. Kabao. Okwomi. Good vision by the number 8. It's Baraza with a show of the ball. Overhead pass to Nyandigisi. Kabao. Sinei. Look to squeeze through Terrer and Mwema. There's not much space when you've got 2 front rows. Ndong and Terrer in front of you.
Yes, and the Sharks attack there just getting a bit over-eager, losing the sharpness and losing the ball eventually, but it was better play. Kabao Muratetu, he has given decent service to Sinei there. Sinei sensed that he had a gap, going through it, but just unable to control it. The better option possibly would have been to unload the ball when he had the chance. And they have forced the mistake and it's been given away. Ben Nyambu, the player on the ground, seems to be in a bit of discomfort. I think he may have got winded, perhaps, in the tackle. He's an employee of DHL Excel. All years, although strange choice for profession after becoming a biotechnologist. But yes, maybe they're bacteria to observe in trucks. So Ben Nyambu, Kenya Sevens international, will be part of the campaign in London and Scotland in the next 2 weeks, and this afternoon is part of this very, very, very credible SDV Transami Cheetahs team.
Yes, there was a lot of hula and noise about the Kenya Sevens internationals being allowed to play this weekend. But the boys wanted to play, and I think sense prevailed, and the Kenya Sevens management released them for this game. Although strangely they had a training session early today morning, but they don't look none the worse for wear. As a substitution, Duncan Ekasi there. And that is Brian Nyekuli, looks to be in a bit of discomfort with that right ankle of his. And it is Kevin Gisore who comes on in this Cheetahs team. He'll be out playing inside center.
Moses Kola. It's well taken in by Wimba at the back. Links well with Kola, who puts it in there. He's got Mose chasing. Can Mose get there on time? Dribble fielded. Unable to control it. The Sharks defense there in all sorts of problems. Try for the Cheetahs. What a try. It came from almost nothing. My word. Bobby Oyugi, the try scorer. He is going to be excited with his first try of this match.
What was Fidel Sine thinking of? No pressure on him. Tight angle. Why didn't he just run out? But chose to go inside. Disaster. Bobby Oyugi adds insult to injury by giving him the ultimate punishment, which is 5 points.
Yes, no. Yes, Bobby Oyugi gifted with a try from almost nothing there, because Sine had it covered, did not control it. Once again, the Cheetahs extend this lead. It is looking ominous for the Sharks at this stage.
Oh dear. I suspect that may be curtains for this Sharks team. Kola with his most difficult kick of the afternoon. Oh, struck it well, but still didn't find any direction. Perhaps that's Moses Kola, Kenya's most experienced scrum half, and this is the try again. Fidel Sine did well to get into a good position to defend, took the ball, oops, spilt it, despairing tackle from Kefa at the back. Even though he managed to tackle two people at the same time, it could not stop Bobby Oyugi going over. And it is Cheetahs 27, Sharks 8, and Sharks at the moment with their backs to the wall. And that kick by Sine says it all. Right down the middle. Neto Simiu returns the kick with the compliments. And they're still in their 22.
Great poise by the number 10. He looked up, he saw the space, just what his side would need. Off the kickoff and restart, and they're back to within an attacking position.
Guys.
The Sharks need to get a hold of themselves if they're to be able to contest anything within this match. Right now, nothing going their way. Sine has been at the receiving end a couple of times in this match, and he's gifted them with yet another try. Mashuki with the ball. He has not managed to connect well with his jumpers, and it's a turnover.
And Zioka Mwema getting his large paws on that ball, and there's only going to be one result from there. It's Cheetahs who have forced a turnover. Neto, Namkos, fends off one. Great support by Mbuge. Referee playing advantage for the high tackle. The referee is unhappy about that.
Okay, just get back your captain. Let's keep it neat and tight. Okay.
And good gesture to see both of them hugging. Okay. Tackle high, and Namkos opts to go for posts. Tanasimi did well. Great support, like any flanker should, on the shoulder. And Kopondo, there was no malice in that. He was guilty of going a bit too high in it.
Yes, Wilson Kopondo a bit high on the tackle, not intentional though. We saw by the hug of sportsmanship and camaraderie between the two opposite men there. After that, so they've gifted the Cheetahs with an opportunity at goal once again. Moses Kola has had not such a good afternoon kicking at goal. His strike rate not as he would like, especially with big games coming in the future. They want to be able to get their 3 points assured.
Well, that's over. I guess they all count at some point. But the changes now are being run by Coach Micho Chola of the Sharks. And as Moses Kola jogs back to his side. And surprisingly, Sine is still on. It is Felix Wanjala who's come on for Kabomuru attitude. Yes, it is Fidel Sine. He's leaving the field at the moment. And it will be
Ian Were is going to be the man who goes on for Sine. So it is a restart. Nyandigisi puts it high up in the air, almost recovered back, but Nzioka Mwema, reliable on the front, on the mark with the ball. Feeds it back, Neto Simiu. They connect well. It's out to Vincent Mose. He's got a man on the outside. He shows the ball. Well, clinically timed pass to Namco Simiu. One man to beat. Cut back in pass. Still finding a man, just unable to control it at the end. Desperate defending by the Sharks, who now have it.
And that no-look pass by Neto Simiu, perhaps he may have been better off keeping the ball, but it's not out. Vincent Mose, looks for space, steps, comes into the blind. He could be in danger of being isolated. A sea of Sharks defenders around him. Yes, he was isolated. That was the wrong option by Mose. He needed to have played the ball through the hands or either run with the ball going wide. This was the run by Vincent Mose. Great passing. Gisore, the young man, did well. And Mose, so quick. Not to pass, ball in one hand. Namco Simiu. One man to beat. Good pass. Again, they're not short on confidence, the Cheetahs Blacks, aren't they?
No, they're not. They've grown in confidence minute by minute in this match. And you can see from the style of play that they are loving every moment of their attack on this game. Got a man on the ground.
Duncan Ekasi, who's been instrumental in keeping some of the structure in this Sharks pack. Struggling on the ground with an ankle injury. However, plays goes on. What can they do? Odipo comes to the front. Much better line out by the Sharks. They had movement in it. What can Wanjala do from here? And I think Nyandigisi, almost pedestrian, could be dangerous. Namkos, Gisore, the inside, outside, fend off, passes in the tackle. Joshua Gadumbi, that's Charles Kanye on the wing. Was that a late tackle?
Quick question. Was he?
No, to me it was okay.
Okay, it was fine. I thought it was late. I'm just going to have a word with him. Okay.
Good call by the judge. Says it was okay. I haven't heard that in a while.
Okay, just let your players keep the tempo down. Okay. Two things. Okay. In the line out, if you want the advantage of numbers, you've got to come in early. When you come in late, okay, it changes the equation. Okay. And this last one, it's marginal. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let play go on. Okay. On the AR call. Okay. Still at 22. No, it's fine. It's a 22 drop. Okay. I thought it was, yeah. I thought it was.
Was this late?
Kanye put the ball. Tackler almost committed. Well, one of those 6 and half a dozen of the other 6 of one, Paul.
6 of one, half a dozen.
Get back white.
It can be 13 and 25 of a dozen.
So Nyandigisi will restart it for the Sharks. Pete feels well. He's got men on the outside. Almost a forward pass to Mbuge, who just does not make a hold of it. Sharks with the attack after the careless handling errors by the Cheetahs. It's taken well in by George Odipo. He's been instrumental in this Sharks attack. Has stood out in the line out. Well carried forward by Okwomi.
Wanjala does well, close support. Sharks with some rhythm to the attack. Now Nyandigisi, who's coming at 10. Ndong and Gisore combined well.
Tacklers, get away. Get
Still
back.
the Sharks have it in the 10-meter line. Nyandigisi, Baraza, to no one in particular, but it's Wanjala. Kopondo cracks on the pace, it's still Kopondo! Try by the big man. That is a captain's try. Wilson Kopondo had a lot of work to do. And the engineer from Nairobi University, formerly of Strathmore School,
SDV Transami
Wanjala had the vision to see him. Took the ball in one hand. Very quick for big man Kopondo. Vincent Mose there. And also very agile. Stepped inside him. Great try by the Sharks captain.
Yes, Kopondo's acceleration telling that he beat Moses Kola on the defense. Just enable Kelvin Omio couldn't even have a whiff of Wilson Kopondo. The big man, the captain of the Nguvu Sharks side, has gotten himself on the score sheet. It is a great try for the Nguvu Sharks.
Well, can we be witnessing a dramatic comeback by the university students? Anthony Nyandigisi, St. Mary's captain, 2009. Strokes it over as easy as you like. And it is 30 points to Cheetah, 30 to the Sharks. Wilson Kopondo swatted off Obobio Yugi like he was a mosquito or a fly. Yes. Easily over the line.
Had about 5 defenders to beat and made it look so easy. Wilson Kopondo, he is a class player and is imagined as one of the upcoming forwards in Kenya 15's rugby. Kopondo has done well and has gotten himself on the score sheet. Narrowing the gap, it's a 15-pointer now between these two sides. Can they get back into it?
Omer. Wanjala clears. Nyandigisi, beautiful kick off his left. Oimbo slaps it back to Mose, did well. Mose, that's not a very good kick, but no one coming for it. Again, the Sharks have not been confident under the high ball at all. Wanjala does well, mauled to the ground by Ben Nyambu. Okomi took his eye off it. Referee says that's fine, went backwards. And it's advantage to the Sharks. Baraza did well. A long step. Ooh! Oh dear.
Yeah, he could get himself in trouble. Neto Simiyu there. Totally unnecessary. He had the player.
Captain! Captain!
He might be going. And he's trying to do his best to plead for his case. Referee Karuga having none of that, and yeah, I don't think he can have any excuses, Neto Simiyu, as he hangs his head. Let's see that.
Ian Were was the man on the gas. He carried the ball well. Neto Simiyu, that was blatantly high. That is a mistake he will rue, because at number 10, they will now have one man less on the back line, and the Sharks will definitely look to exploit that advantage. So Neto Simiyu will cool his heels for the next 10 minutes.
I don't think he can have any excuses at all for that tackle. But it's the Sharks with their tails up. Play has stopped at the moment.
Let's try and fix it. Okay. Let's try and change the channel. And how to change the channel? Going now, going now.
Well, and again, it's a referee's microphone. Maybe they should train. They should train with these bits of equipment to see if they work or not. And Hilary Odera Itela, one of the heaviest players on the field. Nonde's tight head has come on. It's Zioka Mwema who will be going off. He's worked hard on his fitness, Zioka Mwema. And it will be Joshua Gadumbi. That's Zioka Mwema. True gentleman off the field. One of Kenya's best scrummagers. Ekasi. Kopondo! Kopondo again! Dragging almost the whole of the Cheetahs backline with him in that attack. Kyoko! Now they needed quicker ball, the Sharks, but they still have it. Wanjala organizing. Goes to the left of space. Nyandigisi! Long pass! Gadumbi! Has been on the field for 3 seconds. And Joshua Gadumbi gets the try for the Sharks. My! And that has brought the Sharks fans on their feet. Joshua Gadumbi, straight from the bench to the try line. What a sack.
Wanjala with the pass out. Nyandigisi had the vision. He is being a definite telling difference at number 10, Nyandigisi, finding Gadumbi outside on the wide with a long pass. And Gadumbi just strolling for that try. Great try by Gadumbi, but it was the work done by the Sharks forwards in cleaning it up. Nyandigisi had the vision with the long pass, created the gap, and he's done well. So he is working well on number 10 for the Sharks, Nyandigisi.
Okay. It's 10 points in it now. Will it be the comeback of 2010? Nyandigisi off his left, right in the corner. Can the young man add the 2 points?
Nah, he pulls it up wide, Nyandigisi. He had done a lot of good work though in the previous try. You can see the feed from Wanjala, it was good. Nyandigisi looking up, he sees the man on the outside. Gadumbi almost sneaking in outside his man. No defender at home. Joshua Gadumbi with a try. Great try for the winger.
Former student at Mango High School, Joshua Gadumbi. Now student at Strathmore University. Kevin Gisore. Kicks off high. The Kasi takes. Malik almost need a somersault over him. Wanjala clears. And it's all out attack at the moment for the Sharks. Kefa. That's Were. Were. It ran through Kanyi like he wasn't even there. The Sharks have their tails up.
Get away.
They need to get it back out quickly. Wanjala sees the ball, finds Nyandigisi, out to the big pass to George Odipo, who cuts it back in. Difficult man to bring down George Odipo. Very inspirational attack here by the Sharks. They have their tails up, they can sense the comeback. Can they control it? The advantage is on. Nyandigisi puts it up high in the air. Well taken.
It's 2-1. Kefa! Kefa! Still Kefa! No! It's Mose. And it's still Mose going. Still Mose. Switches in. Just Kanyi. Ooh! But he's still on his feet, Just Kanyi. Kelvin Omio. It's all over. Bodies all over the place. Passes. All out from the side. Well, we need to take our breath. I'm sure the referee needs to catch his breath as well.
Yes, it's end-to-end stuff here. An attack by the Sharks, stand over by the Cheetahs. While we thought the Sharks were about to score earlier, and you can see the thumping tackle coming in. You wouldn't want to be the receiving end of that Duncan and Kasi tackle in that instant, Paul.
Those fans enjoyed it as well, I'm sure. Kevin Gisore just finding touch. And Neto Simu with a smile on his face. Probably he'll be a bit relaxed. But the Sharks fans, very contemplative mood at the moment, but their team has got them on their feet.
Come on, get here earlier, guys.
A try here would surely kill off. It's very brave comeback by the Sharks.
Yes, the Sharks are a man up. They have the advantage and definitely exploiting it. Every time moving out the ball, they look dangerous. They've got the overlap because Neto Simiu is out in the sin bin. So referee Karuga just organizing spaces in the lineup.
Track down. That lineup had no imagination at all. Almost looked like they were just hoping to get it back by chance. It's the Sharks who get the penalty. Keeping all the fans abreast of the news, I'm sure the fans are not here. What you can tell them though is that the Cheetahs have 30 points, Sharks have 20, but it's the Sharks who are looking the much stronger of the two teams at the moment. Felix Wanjala, the Nairobi University student, again with
You have a whistle.
brought a difference to the organization at the base since he came on.
Yes, Wanjala at number 9. Nyandigisi in a new position at number 10 is distributing the ball well for the Sharks. They win the line out. George Odipo get his hands on it. Wanjala,
Ooh, careful, running into some heavy traffic in the form of the Cheetahs front row. Okwomi, strange kick by Okwomi. Bobby Oyugi with acceleration, steps again. Oh, he stepped and he left the ball. Bobby Oyugi, perhaps he was thinking of doing too many things at the same time. And again, Coach Mito Chola with 2 more changes. Matthew Musalia and Christian Josiah coming on for the Sharks to replace Eric Kioko and Seth Machuki.
Stop time. Radio is off. Stop time.
And again, referee has stopped time yet again.
Yes, with just under 20 minutes of play left, Mitch Ochola, the Sharks coach, is making his substitutions. He is throwing everything he's got, bringing on Christian Josiah and Matthew Musila. Kioko, the young man, is going off as not had such a great game this afternoon, but nonetheless has made his contribution. And you can see Bobby Oyugi in the earlier attack turned on the gas, quick acceleration, just unable on the contact to keep the ball, and the ball spilling, drawing the attention of 3 Sharks defenders. So it was a good break by the center. Bobby Oyugi plays his local rugby for nondescripts in Nairobi, a banker by profession, doing business for the Sharks.
These are the tries, but from the these are the Cheetahs try in the first half. Lovely angle from Simiu.
You could never have stopped that ball. Great angle, great pace. Second try, Sine had wound up that kick like he was kicking that ball, and Ben Nyambu with a charge down.
And we return to the action.
My call, guys.
Scrum down to the Sharks.
Pause, engage.
Just outside the 22.
Get it out.
It's been spun round. And again, Sharks guilty of not fronting up well in the front row. Well done by the front row. Sine and Kioko.
Here's the mark.
Sine had a bit of a nightmare in this game. Kioko has been quiet for most of the game. And let's see if the impact players will make a difference.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
It's now a Cheetah scrum.
Stay bound.
This caller fits in well. Oyimbo runs into the frame of Wanjala and Omer. Uses just brute strength to take play up 10 meters.
Stay.
And they're looking to keep it tight with how the forwards are aligning. Terrer burrowing his way with the support of Dong. Itela does another meter. Mbugi again just at the back. He does a quarter of a centimeter possibly.
He was well tackled, didn't make much ground there. They're taking their time in this attack, very patient, very patient build up. They seem to want to wear down the Sharks defense. The Sharks nonetheless not committing too many men to that breakdown. They have fanned out in defense. Moses Kola feeds it out to Itela.
Itela deputizing at flyer, first receiver. And he looks to have lost it. Well, has he got it back? Well done by the Sharks defense. But then again, you don't want some of your big men at first receiver. You want your organizers at first receiver, either your flyer. But again, it's because Neto Simiu is out in the sin bin. So perhaps that was the lack of the organization. And some of the fans agreeing that that was not the best option by Itela.
Yes, and the Cheetahs definitely have felt the absence of Neto Simiu in this, unable to have someone marshal their backline, organize their defense. You can see spectators from as far off as the neighboring
Jamhuri 2 Estate, and that is vantage point. I wonder, did they get his ticket?
So the changes that are lining up: Neto Simiu preparing to come off after the sin bin. Michael Mugo also running onto the field as a replacement, possibly going into scrum half to replace Moses Kola. Moses Kola has had a good game this afternoon, but Mike Mugo will go on to replace him.
Okomi has just come off. Brian Okomi, student at Strathmore University. Polycarp Odhiambo has come on. Okomi, very powerful player. Kevin Mbugi comes off as well.
Seconds. Crouch. Touch. Pause.
And Moses Kola has gone from scrum half to flanker.
No, same side.
Well, it's all happening at the moment in the Cheetahs team.
No, wait. More subs, eh?
Let's see how he fares. At open side. And Kola now being told to go to the other side. Does he even know how to bind, Peter?
Crouch, touch,
A scrum half, he's been thrown into the deep end on the open side. He'll need to be careful and marshal this Cheetahs attack. The big men, you have Wilson Kopondo with the drive. Wanjala takes it out on the open side. Kasi just not able to control it, so it's been turned over. Bobby Oyugi
Cleans up well, Bobby. Mugo clears. And Neto is back on the field. Benyambu with that direct, very aggressive play that is symptomatic of his style. Itella again at first receiver. Frank Dong does well. Mugo organizing. Neto Simi wants the forwards to come round. Malik with a swerve. Slammed to the ground by Kopondo. Good tackle by Wilson Kopondo, and although he can't believe it,
knock forward.
He can't believe it, it is a knock-on. Yes. Kopondo did well with that very aggressive tackle. And Giles Littlewood coming into your pictures just come on for Lawrence Terrer. I'm sure in Ruiru they're up on their feet. The farmers just come on. Very good scrummage at Giles Littlewood. And Lawrence Terrer has had a good day. He's been quiet but has worked solidly in the tight loose, grafting away like any front row should.
He has done the hard work, Terrer. He's had a good half in the first half. Also instrumental in the second half, and deserved rest for him. Kopondo comes under all sorts of pressure from Mugo and Kola.
Kola
in his newfound position.
In his newfound of open side. Kola does well, he would have loved that, and I'm sure he'll be letting Kopondo know all about it later in the evening. Moses Kola, Michael Mugo, two scrum halves, one who's at the moment at flanker. Well, it goes to show how thin the bench was for the forwards with Michael Long falling sick early in the week. Martin Pett takes well. Good organization. Good body positions by the Cheetahs, and they're doing very well. Mugo looking to organize, and he's got in there, perhaps taking a leaf out of Kola, moving to flanker. And now Kola comes into scrum half, and Mugo's gone in as a forward.
Both of them appear to be directing issues. Mugo finds Neto Simiu, puts it high up in the air. Can he get under it? And Kefa with an easy mark there. So
referee was playing advantage for that. Coming into the side of the mall. And
scrum called.
In the background there, the new stand being built by one of the sponsors of the Tusker Safari Sevens. Should be complete by the time we get into it.
Yes, the Safaricom Sevens will be coming up in the next 3 weeks, and that will definitely be a crowd puller right here from the RFUEA Grounds. The Bamburi Rugby Super Series will also be moving into the knockout stages from next week. 2 more match days, all to play for. The Sharks need to win this one by a big point margin. Can they? Almost 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes left in this match. They need to pull something off. Cheetahs look to be cruising to a victory here. They take it quickly. Hilary Teller leads the charge. He's well supported.
Listen.
Mike Mugo.
Neto. Benyambu might be isolated. He had to react well and be sharp.
No hands.
Still a lot of pressure coming into the breakdown by the Sharks defense. They may be and it's paid off for them. They did very well there. They knew they had to stop them getting territory. They knew they had to make their tackles. And Duncan Yakasi at the center of that did well. And a bit of back chat.
The Cheetahs not as clinical as they were in the first half. This second half has seen them struggle a little. They've not been able to put pace on the ball, and their breakdown has suffered in terms of clarity and a clean ball for the number 9 service. So it's not a clinical finish by them in terms of how they have approached the second half of this game.
Final 10 minutes of this match. It's 10 points in it. The Sharks must win this game if they're to have any chance of progressing to the semis.
Just talk to them. Talk to them.
Referee has stopped the clock.
Time back on.
What will the Sharks do from here? And it's too high. Giles almost cleans up. Still holding on.
Can't play ball down.
Giles Littlewood, he should have known better. Kopondo will take it quickly. They know the urgency that is needed if they're to get back into this one. Nyandikisi does well. Links back again with Kopondo. He's involved. He's finding work to do. Wanjala.
That's fine.
Nyandikisi with a strong handoff.
The new man, Christian Josiah, does well.
Red stay.
Still the Sharks coming forward. Oh, great angle by Matthew Musalia. It's Jojo Dipo. Jojo Dipo swats off one defender. Still going Jojo Dipo. Rumbling like a tank up towards the try line. Nyandikisi. Wanjala. Wanjala with a step and defend.
He's playing advantage for the offside.
Referee playing advantage. The Sharks not putting too many men on the breakdown. Oh dear. Josiah will need to get his shots back on.
Time out.
And there's a flag from the touch judge.
Sorry? Okay. Okay. Give me a mark. Okay. But you're fine with the penalty, so okay. All right. 11.
Kelvin Omio.
It's about the high tackles, eh? Okay. Keep it within the lows. Okay.
It's a penalty to the Sharks. That was the tackle by Kelvin. Yes, it was high. Luckily just pulled out there the last minute. What can the Sharks do? 8 minutes left. Fighting for survival. Karani puts his head down and runs into a brick wall.
Red, get away!
And it's still coming out. Nyandikisi, Omer. He's also taken close to the breakdown. Josiah takes play up well. Can they use the space? Kopondo. Ben Nyambu was having none of that. Wanjala clears again. It's Karani. Again, the Cheetahs struggling to keep this rampant Sharks attack. Oh no, Baraza! And he should have taken that pass.
Yes, Baraza just needed to get his hands on it. You can see the fans there. They know the mistake that will cost them. Baraza had a man on the outside, had swerved, almost beaten his man, just unable to hold on to it. Yes, he will rue that opportunity. It's a chance at attack there, ruined, unable to hold on to it. Baraza, desperate defending. They hard stretch the Cheetahs. The Sharks with a better spell of play there as we approach the end of this match. They want to finish with a flurry and give a good account of themselves in the Super Series trophy.
Well, but the Sharks win a penalty. They take it quickly.
No 10 advantage.
Odipo! Well held by Kelvin Omio. Oh, very well held. But they were not 10. It's still a Sharks penalty. This time they have to wait, but there's still 9 if they can use it.
10 guys.
What will the Sharks do from here?
10 guys.
Will they scrum it? Or will they go for the corner? Don't have much time. They look to be taking their time to make a decision. Well, smartly enough by Nyandikisi into touch. They're 5 meters from the line. They must score within the next few minutes if they're to have any chance at all of winning this game.
Yes.
They're 10 points away. If they could score a converted try, they will be within reach. Musalia throws it well. Oh, good variation. Not the best pass by Wanjala. Nyandikisi. Again, Wanjala clears. Coming around is Musalia. Taken by his Impala teammate Kevin Kisore. Wanjala clears. Odipo! Almost there. Is he isolated? Did well. They need quicker ball. Josiah didn't look to be expecting it. But he does well. Drags in 3 defenders. Again, Wanjala guilty of taking too long. Nyandikisi forgot the ball backwards. Giles Littlewood ducking. It's Nyandikisi, did well.
The Sharks going forward. They're in a good position. Wanjala finds Josiah. Josiah's been everywhere since he came on in this match. He needs to secure the ball. They need to get it back. The Sharks, they have the numbers. Desperate defending by the Cheetahs. Oimbo appears to have gotten himself involved. They've stolen the ball. Awkward body positions. It's on him. They need to use it. The Cheetahs driving it back. They drive it to ground. They have turned the possession over. Sharks have lost it. Mugo finds later Simiu, who puts it high up in the air. The Sharks have been driven back. Nonetheless, they look to attack. Gadumbi beats his man. Finds Kefa on the outside. Kefa.
As well, Peter Kefa. He saw a maybe called.
Ball is out.
Wanjala's busy organizing and the ball's out. Look forward.
Lucky Nyandigisi just did not keep his cool. He had no one opposite him. He should have carried it forward a little bit. You see him there hesitating, and just when he shouldn't have given it.
And again, it's those little points in the Sharks' attack in terms of organization that has made it difficult for the Sharks to keep any sustained pressure in attack. Just with Littlewood did his university in England where he played rugby and then come back to Kenya.
Let's play on, guys.
The substitution,
Let's play on.
Louis Kisia coming on for Duncan Ekasi. Could this be the last throw of the dice by Coach Michochola? As he knows they're desperate to win this. Oimbo does well. Good speed for a big man over the first 10 meters, Oimbo.
Yes, gains valuable ground to his side. Neto Simi will put it high up in the air. The chase is on. They've got men chasing Bobby Oyuki. Neto, can he recover his kick? Class take by Peter Kefa, does very well. But it was advantage play, no advantage. So they'll come back for the penalty.
No advantage.
Coming in from the side in the ruck. And
10, please.
interesting
10, please.
afternoon snacks for some of the fans. Neto Simeo didn't get that hold of that too well. But it's still
Sir, let's go, sir.
Charles Ngovi, the coach for the Cheetahs, will be satisfied so far with his team's performance this season. And Christian Josiah, who was overlooked by the Cheetahs franchise incidentally, and went on to look for other teams. And that is the hooter. It seems our clock is running a bit behind. That's the hooter. This will be the last play of the game. Get untidy.
Straight, you can't take that advantage, no.
And the referee calls not straight and gives a free kick. Part of the ELVs, or
Mike Wanjala, will he take it quickly? Yes, he's taken it. Wilson Kapondo beats one man.
that's a
Beats
deep
two
ball.
men. Jojo Dipo.
Rock now!
Wanjala finds Gadumbi. Runs into a bit of trouble. Manages to drive it to ground nonetheless. Wanjala finds Nyandigisi. He's looking a bit pedestrian.
Oh, did well to hold on to that.
Take it away.
The reverse pass came straight at his face. Wanjala. Jojo Dipo. He's everywhere at the moment on Dipo. Sharks want to finish the flourish. No, they forced that pass. And it's gone forward.
Walk on, guys.
And that will be the final play of this game. The Cheetahs in red and white have come out convincing winners by 30 points to 10. The forwards did the work. They put the platform for their team. John Malik there in your picture came on later in the game. Did very well at back row. They finished top of the table, the Cheetahs. It's 30 points to 20. We shall be back later with the match interviews.
It was a second half of contrasting styles once again. The Cheetahs didn't make much.